What's going on, everybody? Today in this video I'm going to be going on a quick drive with my 2005 Grand Marquis, my 2005 Mercury Grand Marquis, that is. Virtually the same thing as a Ford Crown Victoria. I had a gentleman email me at my email, which is dbaken with 2 n's at gmail.com. He requested that I go on a drive with my muffler delete. Now I do want to note, I took everything on the exhaust off of the car behind the cats and then put a Crown Vic H-pipe on it, and that's just how it is. So it's cats, H-pipe. That's all it is. I'll show you guys a picture of what I mean. But anyway, let's go ahead and get a cold start and we'll hit the road. Alright, this is a cold start in the 2005 Mercury Grand Marquis with a Crown Vic H-pipe. Dunk, dunk, dunk. That is with the door open. The door is now closed. It is louder on cold starts, obviously. It'll idle down and it won't be as loud. So I'm gonna let this warm up and then we'll hit the road. Let's go on a ride. That's what it sounds like with the door open. This is inside the car. Not very loud. I'll give it a rev. You hear that supercharger? Just kidding. The door open. Alright, let's go for a drive. Alright guys, I'm gonna suffer for you guys. It's a little warm inside the car. I'm not gonna roll the windows down or have the AC on because I want you guys to have to hear what the cab noise is, but let's go on a drive. Not romping on it, I'm just doing normal daily driving. When you actually hit 4th gear, you don't hear much noise at all unless you really stomp on it. I don't even hear the exhaust right now. Ignore my brake and airbag lights. This thing's about to get parked for a while, so this is probably the last time I'm going to drive this car for a while until I manual swap it. I'm going to put a Mustang transmission in it, hopefully. Unless somebody wanted to trade me for a Mustang, new edge. Like I'm saying, you really only hear the exhaust when you're going up to speed and accelerating. I'm chilling at 47 miles per hour. Don't even hear it really. Very, very mild. Now I eventually want to get a BBK X pipe. That'd make it sound a little bit better. A lot of bit better, really. Not just a little bit. It would really change everything. really do love this car. Very nice and comfortable. It's not fast, but I'm gonna make it pretty fast if I end up keeping it. Manual swap, supercharger, 410 gears. It's not gonna win any freaking awards, but you know, it'll be a fun little car to whip around. I'd rather build a quick car than to buy one. I will romp on it right here a little bit. Just to give you a little bit of idea what it can sound like with the H-pipe. Now, the sound difference between the H-pipe and the Y-pipe is really not much. I got the H-pipe because I planned on running a true dual exhaust. So that's kind of what you need. You can't really do that with a Y-pipe. But didn't really change the sound very much. Now if I threw on some mufflers after that and then took the piping all the way back to the end of the car, get some nice tailpipes, I think it would definitely sound pretty darn good. But I think an X-pipe with some Flowmasters, or you know, there's all kinds of mufflers out there that sound good. I think that would pair up really nicely, give it a nice raspy sound, an aggressive sound. That's kind of what I'm going for. But I'm not doing that yet. Ooh, I see a white Crown Vic up here. About to pass them. Video is sponsored by Waterloo. Just kidding, I wish. These are actually pretty fire. I'll give them some free promo. That's really good. For 0 calories, 0 sugar. Not bad. I'm also not gonna lie, it's getting really warm in this vehicle right now. I need some air. I don't really hear the exhaust right now. It's not loud enough to where it would give you headaches. When I actually had the exhaust dumped after the cats, that was loud, and that would give you a headache because of the drone. But once you're up to speed, like 45 plus, and you're not romping on it, this thing doesn't drone really. Once you hit 4th gear, it starts to quiet down. Like right now, I'm just coasting, no drone, can't even hear the exhaust. And the reason I haven't finished the exhaust, like I said, I want to do true dual exhaust, get some nice mufflers, is because I'm waiting to put the manual transmission in. I don't want to invest anything until I get that done first. That's like my main priority, and then I'll eventually get the exhaust, the gears, the supercharger. But until then, until I can sit there and sacrifice $6,000 plus, I wanted the cheap, easy route. This H-pipe is like 45, 50 bucks on Amazon, so that's why I went with that. You know, it'll get me by for now. but I am about to take this car for my insurance and probably start taking the transmission out soon if everything goes to plan, unless the universe tells me to get a new Edge Mustang, which I want one anyway, but if somebody wanted to trade me or I got the right offer, I would sell this car. Alright guys, my GoPro overheated, so I had to turn the AC on, and there's a tractor in the road up there, so I am going to wait a little bit. Maybe that tractor will turn off. I am going to leave the AC on so my GoPro doesn't overheat again, but also you can hear what the exhaust sounds like with the AC on. And 9 out of 10 of us are going to have the radio on, so with the radio on, I don't even hear the exhaust whatsoever. Alright, I'm just going to go. That's what they're doing. They're mowing the side of the road. Oh yeah, they were doing that the other day. I was wondering why there was just a tractor driving in the road. They lost their flag. Well, while we're here and I got your attention, if you guys don't mind leaving a like on the video and subscribing and turning on post notifications, I would appreciate it. It does mean a lot to me, so I do appreciate that. It's not a hot day, it's like 75 out, but man, it's hot in this cab. I guess the car's been sitting out in the sun all day, so it's a little warm. And the AC's nice and cold. It just feels hot in here. 55, and even with the AC on, I can barely hear the exhaust. I'm not having to scream for you guys to hear me, so that's a good sign, I guess, unless you want it loud. But for daily driving, it's not too loud. It's really not the best sounding exhaust without mufflers or, you know, a good setup. But if you want some noise over stock, you know, it's not the worst option you could have. You know what? I could have gone, but I didn't. I'm gonna turn the AC off and roll down the window. Y'all can hear that. Gotta drop off a letter. Back on the road. Had to get some packages, some parts for all these freaking builds that I have. My camera is about to die, so I'm gonna do some of these low mile per hour roads real quick, and then we'll be done. He almost pulled out in front of him. Gotta be careful through here. Nice day out. I wish it was about 10 degrees cooler, because I plan on working on my garden here in a little bit, but you know, still not that hot. It's just no clouds, so, or wind. It looks pretty still out, so it does get warm. At least it's not 100 degrees every day, not yet. Got another month or two before that happens, hopefully. you get off my tail, lady? Them 14 gears, man, it's gonna make a world of a difference. With a manual transmission and then eventually a supercharger and then eventually a built engine, just imagine. Be a fun little car. Alright guys, my camera is on 1%, so I'll see you guys back at the house. It's a little later in the day, but I'm gonna call the video here. Thanks so much for watching the video. Leave a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on post notifications so you get a notification every time I upload a video. If you have any video requests, email me at dbaken@gmail.com or comment down below. Follow me on Snapchat and TikTok at dbaken with 2 N's, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace.